Alright people, I've got everything I need to build a computer. I've got a few spare hours before I might need to do anything today. And I'd like to get the thing built, so it's time to get the thing built. I've got my desk relatively cleared off, as clear as it can be during the middle of a computer build. I've got my laptop sitting down here on a little box as just in case I need to look something up in the middle of the build or something, so I think I'm ready to build. So after I did the unboxings of everything, I put it back in the boxes. And so the first thing I gotta do is get all of it out of the boxes again. So I guess what I do now is I get pretty much everything out of the box. So I'm gonna put that in high speed. Alright guys, I got everything out of the box except for the motherboard, and I think I'm going to leave that in there just for my convenience right now, because I got to kind of move some things around. And the first thing I want to do is plug in my power supply. And the reason for that is because that's the best way to ground yourself so that there's no static. Guys, I'm going to stop the high speed for a second here and go over what I just ran into. What I noticed, I wanted to run push-pull fans on this heatsink, and I wanted to face the fans going up so they'd be blowing out of the top of the case. Okay, it's not going to fit blowing up with either one or two fans because the heatsink is too wide and it hits both my RAM and I think these are the MOSFETs or the chipset or something's under there, I forget exactly what. But so it's going to have to blow out the back of the case like it normally would. And then if I put two fans on that way, it hits the RAM, so I have to take off the one fan and just have it. My RAM's coming unseated there, I'll have to fix that. But I have to put one fan pulling the air this way because this RAM is just too tall for that cooler. So this is something I suppose I probably should have noticed earlier on, but I didn't. Oh well. I hopefully won't be using this cooler too long. I'll be switching to water cooling. But what I'm about to do next is I got to clean off the processor because I've been touching it with my fingers a little bit. So I'm going to clean it off, and then I'm going to put my thermal compound on and mount the cooler. Alright guys, high speed resume. Alright guys, I guess I didn't get it as dirty as I thought I did. Nothing came off on that Q-tip, so I should be fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my thermal compound. I'm going to use the cross method, and I probably should have not put my RAM in, but if I didn't put my RAM in, then I wouldn't have known that it doesn't fit with two fans, so it's probably a good thing I did. Alright, so I think what I've got to do now is just install Windows pretty much. And overclock the memory and stuff because it's only running at 1333 and it's 1866 memory, but it's running at the maximum stock speed right now. And I'll have to tweak the fans and such. And I've never had a BIOS that has a mouse before. I guess that's the new the fancy new BIOS that everybody's coming out with. So yeah, I guess I just get to get this thing set up now, guys, and I will have my computer. Pretty freaking excited right now. So, alright guys, I think I'm going to shut the camera off, install my Windows, and I'll be up and running, and I'll show you guys that when it's running. Alright guys, it's all together. I installed Windows and it's all up and running, so I guess this has been a success. And yeah, I'm going to be putting this in the case so it's actually, you know, my computer and I can use my desk again. But yeah guys, this is the first computer I've ever built that actually works, surprisingly. So yeah, I'm going to move it over to the case, and chances are I won't have this video up for a little while. And just to let you guys know of how early it gets up, it's June 23rd, and the first part of video, like the build, when I was actually putting the parts together, ended up being almost an hour long, and I meant to record this in 720p, and I didn't do that. I left it on 1080p from all my other videos. So it's like 18 gigabytes of video just for the build, and I'm gonna put it in high speed and everything. So I'm gonna wait until this is all in the case and ready and completely built, and I'll edit it on here instead of trying to do that on my laptop, because it would probably just like kill itself if it had to try to import an hour worth of video and then export it out and all that stuff, you know. So that video probably won't be up too soon. But, you know, it'll be out. And I've got to install all the Asus utilities, you know, the fan controls, the overclocking stuff, the everything, all the ROG stuff, just all those different things. Because, as you can probably hear, this thing sounds like a miniature jet engine. And that's because all the fans are just running at 100% because it doesn't have any control over them right now. And I'm not going to sit here with it like this and install the software. I'm going to actually put it in the case so it's nice and sturdy, so I don't like bump it and break apart or anything. But yeah guys, it's up and running, so I guess this has been a success. For those of you who have actually been watching throughout the entire build process from the first part that I got all the way up till now, I thank you very much. And for anybody that joined along in the middle, I hope you go and check back on some of the old videos to see where this has all come from. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this build log, please click the like button, leave me a comment. And if you want to see the next video, which will be me putting this in its case and stuff, and yeah, just please click subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see... Whoops, earthquake. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next videos.